Hi there, I'm talking today about energy clearing in the home, and it's late summer in the UK here, and I have some mugwort that I have recently picked, and I'm going to talk to you about how to make some saining bundles or some smudging bundles. So I've got together some when you get mugwort is a really beautiful air remedy. So I think about plants and medicinal herbs in terms of their elements, and when I'm making saining bundles, I like to use either air or fire herbs or medicinals, because they are the ones which are about clearing up space, burning up energy that you don't want anymore. And that's essentially what you're doing when you're clearing the home. So as I sweep my home, as I open up the windows, I open up the doors and sweeping and cleaning and things like that, this is where I'm using these air and fire remedies as well. I'm burning up. It's like when you light a candle, you're burning up the energy around you, and you're setting the intention that you're going to remove or protect or get rid of anything that's lingering. So that might be an argument in the air, a bad energy, or it might be the sense of an idea, a thought form that's really got stuck and we're going to let it go. Okay, so all of those things there may have been some really huge changes that you've made at home, and you want to just really honour that with a beautiful smelling saining bundle with these herbs. So today I'm going to talk about, I have mugwort, I have some rosemary, which is a fire element incidentally, and then I also have some mint. Mint is also air remedy, so mint is an air element, and mugwort is an air element, and I have some lavender as well. Now, to make a smudging bundle that burns well, it's important to have really nice crisp dry leaves that have a high essential oil content. That's why we wouldn't just make it with grass, or we wouldn't just make it with something which was actually like a water element, like willow or dock. They wouldn't make good saining bundles because they don't contain the nice aromatherapy, the essential oil that will create that dryness to crackle and burn and transmute the energy. I have some hemp string that I use, and it's very, very natural. It's not bleached or anything like that, and it's a natural plant yarn, and it's really lovely that it's nice and thin as well. So I'd recommend using something like that. With mugwort, what you'll find is that you've got quite a thick stem, and we're coming into late summer, and you've got these ends, you've got the seed end, and you've got the leaves as well. Don't use the really thick stems because they're very watery. Just use the finer stems, which will dry as you dry them. Okay, so I'm going to take so my bundle is going to be the length of my longest sticks, and short ones are fine, you know, they dry really, really well. So it's about the size of just over a hand's width. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this main stem in the middle and only work with the outer stems of my mugwort, because that's where my crackly goodness is to transmute the energy. If I was making a hydrosol, with this I would be using the stems as well, because there's all sorts of loveliness in the stems for that, but I'm not. I'm wanting it for the fire element, so I'm wanting anything that's going to make it nice and crackly. Bay as well is really wonderful. I don't have any with me at the moment, and so with bay you get an instant short crackly fire, and with mugwort you get a longer one. So mugwort itself isn't the best it isn't as flammable, and it doesn't burn as well as sage. So what I tend to do is I add in some mint with the mugwort, and the reason I do that is because there's very high content of essential oil in mint leaves, and when you put them together, the mint allows it to burn longer. So all I've done is I've just gone straight up to our forest garden and find exactly what is there at the moment. What's really, really lovely as well, to make it very beautiful, is I'm adding some lavender. Lavender, the flower, contains essential oil, so it's a really, really good one to use for these smudging sticks. And finally, rosemary. Now I'm going to make it nice and balanced, so I'm taking the small sticks of the rosemary and just laying it on top of the mugwort, and then with the mugwort I'm also going to lay some smaller sticks on top. And then what you do with these is you bind them using the natural yarn, and then you can dry them for like 4 weeks. If it's over the fire it'll be 3 weeks, but if it's generally in the air at home it'll be about 4 weeks. And then you'll feel that all of these leaves will be nice and crinkly, ready to use with smudging. And you can use a feather to waft it around the home, being really intentional about where you're going to take that smoke, or you can have a wing, sometimes people use, and having a vessel with a hole in it, like a shell with a hole or a dish with a hole, and keeping that going as you're smudging the process. And really working out as well kind of how to keep that fragrance going in your home. So the physical aspect of using smoke in the home, of cleansing with smoke, it's been used for many generations for air purification, for cleansing, for deterring insects in the home, and having, especially this time of the year when you're preparing your home for the winter, it's really good to get a really big cleanse through your home. If you are familiar with sort of energy relating to elements, this next part will be interesting for you. So I have here a little bit of, so I tend to have an oyster shell, and I put my smudging blends into here, and then I'll burn it underneath, and then I'll use a feather through the home. So I don't take the whole smudging blend, I'll just break a little bit off and use a little bit at a time like that. Okay, now I have got 3 aromatherapy sprays, which you can also be used for energy clearing through the home, and these sprays are the willow water spray, water element spray. I've got the gorse fire element spray, and I have the sage air element spray. And the sage air element spray is my most popular. It's for cleansing the air in the home, in the car, and it's about really shifting the energy, and it's also fantastic for communication as well. If you want to have a really clear communication, if you want to kind of release something and let something go, moving on to different stages in your life, sage is fantastic for that because it's got a beautiful crone energy around it. The willow is the water element, and it's about connecting with the heart. It's so soft, it's beautiful willow hydrosol, which is water element connected with the releasing heart energy of the tree energy, and it contains Roman chamomile as well, geranium rose, and ylang ylang, so very soft feminine essences of the heart. It's like being held, really is. And the fire element of the gorse here is about bringing energy. So if you have a project, or you need more confidence with something, or you really want to raise the energy around something that you're working towards, or even if you're feeling lethargic and full of kind of like feeling quite sluggish and you can't really get going, use a fire element to get you going. You know, that might be burning some bay and some rosemary leaf, or it might be spraying some gorse hydrosol. Other fire element herbs are things like rosemary. They are and even oranges as well. Orange essential oil is fantastic for that zinginess and getting things going, and bergamot. So we have bergamot at the moment in the polytunnels, which is wonderful. So really, when you're connecting with your home and the elements, thinking, working with the air elements of cleansing the air, and then thinking, well, do I need to bring energy into this space, or do I need to remove energy from this space? Does this need heart energy, like healing energy, or does it need some vibrancy of the fire energy? And working away intuitively like that. I would always recommend going for little walks, foraging, any plants you find interesting, bring them home to, or look them up when you get home, to really work out, why am I being called towards this energy? What is it that I'm looking for? What is that I'm finding in this energy? And enjoy. And if you feel as though you walk past a tree or a plant and it's whispering to you, just stay a little longer, because it's probably got a really beautiful message for you. Enjoy.